Well, howdy there, Moose friends. Lone Moose here. It's a dreary, rainy Saturday morning here in South Texas. A little less than a week to go to Christmas. When I went to recycle this morning, it was 61 degrees outside, rainy. Blech. That really interferes with trying to finish building my new smoker and do the burn-in and what I need to do with that to get some products produced. Make some more videos for you guys. So, in the meantime, one of my subscribers, friends of mine, co-worker, reached out to me last night and said, Bill, what you got to do, what we're going to do is, what you got to do is figure out a way to suspend your camera so that when I'm working on my table over there, making rubs and seasoning meats, slicing meats, and all that kind of good stuff, the camera's looking straight down on it. Okay. Now, I've kind of mentioned before, I'm a quasi-engineer. I've had some engineering classes in college and basically self-taught in a lot of areas. So, what's the first good rule of being an engineer? Be a solution in search of a problem. That's right, you heard me right. Be a solution in search of a problem. So, the solution is getting my camera hung upside down. The problem is, how the hell do I get there? So, I'm going to walk you over to the table and show you the best that I can do with the camera on my tripod with the center portion fully extended. That makes the camera just under 6 feet in the air. But with the legs of the camera, I can only get in so close to the table. So let me go show you that. And then I have another potential solution that I'm thinking about. So bear with me for a minute or two here. Okay. Here I have the camera right up against the table. I'm just going to use this bag of chips right here. So if I do this, okay, this is about the best angle that I can get right here. And this is with the tripod sitting right, excuse me, right at the corner of the table. If I move it along here where it'll be a little closer to where I usually work, come on, I can come down a little more, but I'm still not straight overhead. And if I go down like this, well, I'm coming off the table. So let me come back up here a little bit. That really doesn't solve the problem. Get this out of the way and get the camera off the tripod here to show you what I'm thinking about. Now, my big old work table, and this thing was left here by the previous owner. And I love this table. I got to build something very similar to this in Alaska because it's fantastic for brewing, for cooking, and all my other junk that I do. The table is 49 inches wide. All right. And ultimately, the view that I want to be able to get, my chip back right here, is like this, straight down. All right. How do I get there from here? So, going to recycle this morning, I had one of those, oh my, or as some people will call it, oh shit moments. See what I've got right here? 2 very long woodworking clamps. And they're about 5 feet tall. And what I was thinking about was taking like this and essentially screwing them to the side of the bench right here. And I may do something like, right here at this height where it's resting on the floor and come up a little bit more and drill a second set of holes where I can screw it and maybe a third set. Do that on each side. Now, if you look at this clamp, it's very adjustable. All right, what do I need to do this? I need a piece of steel rod running through here on both sides. All right, that's easy to do. Quick trip to Lowe's or Home Depot this morning when the rain breaks a little bit. And get me a piece that I can cut down. Then how do I go about attaching it to my camera? All right, next problem. Right? We could relatively easily solve that. The tripod attachments for most video cameras, DSLRs and such, is a 1/4 thread. Okay, so if I get a piece of heavy gauge electrical steel conduit, I drill a hole slightly larger than 1/4 inch through it. I put a 1/4 inch, 1/4 bolt through the piece of steel and have a nut close to the head, but not on the bottom side. And then I essentially hold my camera up to the piece of steel pipe, run the 1/4 thread in all the way until it bottoms out, then use the nut on the opposite side to tighten it down, and then I can roll the piece of steel so that I can get the kind of angle that I want with the camera. The other option is to get another one of these super long clamps. Instead of screwing it to this table, clamp the 2 clamps to the table. And it just so happens this weekend that Harbor Freight has a big sale going on their clamps. So guess what the old Lowe Moose is fixing to do? Yep, heading into New Braunfels to Harbor Freight and to Lowe's and see about picking up another clamp or 2 or 3. I may get some shorter ones too. That way it's not hanging all the way down to the floor. And a piece of steel conduit. And come back and see if I can put all this together and potentially solve the issue. Because, my friend's right. You guys don't get a good view of what I'm doing when I'm working directly below me. And so, it's kind of like a lot of the cooking shows on TV and the internet and stuff. So I guess I need to up my game a little bit. So I'll give that a try. The other thing she suggested is I need to get on Instagram. Now, I've never been on Instagram in my life, don't have an account or whatever. But the suggestion was that, get on Instagram, then I can, drive some people over to my YouTube channel as well. So I'm thinking about that. So any of you all out there that are on Instagram, or if you have, channels similar to this that you post on Instagram, give me some comments, some feedback. Let me know what you think, because I'm contemplating doing it. In the meantime, I'm heading to New Braunfels, and I will be back after a while, folks, and we'll see where this goes. I am back from my run to Lowe's and to Harbor Freight, and here's what I came up with. I bought 2 new clamps that are 36 inches long, and 1 piece of 3/4 inch steel electrical conduit. I've got 6 1/2 inch lag bolts and 3 1/4 by 1.5 inch bolts. So what I'm going to do now is get the drill press set up. This conduit really makes it easy for me because I don't know if this will focus on here or if this will stay put long enough. But all along I've got a center line scribed in already, and in 1 inch increments they've got tick marks. So what I can do is about every 6 inches from where I'm going to start this, I'm going to drill a hole. And once I drill that hole, I'll put a couple of the bolts in there, but I can move them as need be so that when I have the camera hanging like this, I can position it wherever I want along that bar. Stay tuned. I'll be back in a few minutes. Here is my concoction. Basically, this is a mount that I just built today to hold my camera vertical over my work surface, so when I'm mixing seasonings, meats and things, or cutting and such on the cutting board, you're going to be looking straight down on it. Basically what I did was I went to Harbor Freight and I bought these two 36-inch long clamps, and at Lowe's that 5-foot piece of 3/4 inch steel conduit. The clamps are attached to each side by 2 lag bolts and a sheetrock screw. And as you look along here, see where I drilled all my holes? I've got 7 different locations where I can position my camera, and I can rotate the camera if I don't clamp it down too tight to get a better field of view. And this is where the magic happens. This is a 1/4 by 1.5 inch long screw with a nut. So what I do is I put the machine screw through from the back side with the nut all the way up against the head, and then I thread it into the 1/4 tripod slot on the bottom of the camera. Then I tighten the nut down till it's secure and a little bit more, and that's essentially what holds the camera in place. This sets about 30 inches from the tip of the camera lens to where the cutting board would be. Kind of look like this. And let's turn this on. There we go. And that's kind of what it will look like from my little lens up there, so that you can, I can move things around, but that's the basic idea. I will be giving this a try tomorrow because as I take the new Camp Chef smoker and do the burn-in, then I'm going to do a little bit of smoking with it, and I'm going to make another batch of the smoked queso, and I'm going to try making some smoked holiday Chex Mix. So stay tuned for those videos. Alrighty, Lone Moose fans, what'd you think of that little contraption? That's part of my backwoods engineering skills, if you will, but it works. I'm going to be giving that a try tomorrow, hopefully, and you'll see in the videos from tomorrow how well that works out. It was fun. It's always fun to, dream up an idea and find some pieces and parts and put it all together. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe. Hit the notify bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. I got a whole bunch of them that are going to be coming up. I may get several more posted by the end of the year. And, up to 109 subscribers now today. I gained another one since I filmed the first part of this earlier. I appreciate it. I'm not doing this to make money. I just do this for the pure fun and joy of it, and sharing what little bit of knowledge I've got, and maybe help you guys out with, a challenge you may be having, or learn how to do something you want to do. It's almost Christmas time. COVID is insane. You're going to hear this every video of mine until things start getting better. I did hear today when I talked to my 91-year-old mother that my brother, who's a year younger than me, in a nursing home in West Virginia, he got his first of the 2 vaccine shots yesterday, and he did good with that. So have high hopes for that. But you guys know what you need to do. No large gatherings, social distancing, wear your mask, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, and keep your hands away from your face. And those steps alone will keep you as close to completely healthy as possible until your turn for vaccines come up, if you so choose to take them. I'm not going to get into that argument one way or another. I'll just tell you I am not an anti-vaxxer. But I have several health problems, and I've had an adverse reaction to the flu vaccine 2 years ago. So it's going to take some serious conversations between me and my doctors to make a decision whether to take the vaccine or not. But, hopefully you guys don't have to deal with those complications. So, I hope everyone enjoyed the video today. You guys stay safe, get ready, and have a good Christmas. And I will see you guys tomorrow when I finish putting my Camp Chef XXL smoker together and do the burn in and do some initial smoking and see how the thing works. So y'all stay safe and I'll see you later. Lowe Moose out.